Hey guys, what's up? Here is Max. In this video, we're going to talk about the true power of those two weird guards of the almighty Zeno, who are among some of the most mysterious characters in Dragon Ball. Characters that nobody cares about and everyone forgets about, but who are actually among the most powerful characters from Dragon Ball Super. I'm not kidding, guys. Recently, we were reflecting on what the true power of these guards is. To our surprise, there was nothing on the internet talking about what the real power of these guards is. What exists are some theories, such as if they can be stronger than angels. With all this lack of information, we thought it was possible to know their real power, but seeking the official answer of things is our speciality. We always try to use real arguments to answer any question about Dragon Ball. Every detail is important and makes all the difference. That's exactly what we did. We rewatched every episode that Zeno's guards appear to draw a final conclusion. And yes, there is official evidence about the power level of these guards, and whether or not they are more powerful than angels. If you want to know what the true power of Zeno's guards is, subscribe to the channel and help us reach 150,000 subscribers. Here we answer all the biggest questions about the Dragon Ball franchise, and even bring you the best trivia and analysis of the series. So if you like Dragon Ball, subscribe because this is the right channel for you, and also leave your like to help reach this video here on the platform. Well, let's talk about the monstrous power of Zeno's mighty guards. Stay connected to the channel and let's go to the video. Hakai. These guards first appeared at the end of episode 40 of the anime and had more highlights in episode 41. It was in episode 41 that the Dwarf Supreme God also appeared. In this episode, some things became clear about these guards. The first is that they are very zealous for the safety of the Supreme God. Their mission is to protect Zeno from absolutely any danger, and they take it very seriously. When Goku tries to approach Zeno, even though he seems harmless and has no intention of harming the dwarfs, the guards seemingly manipulate reality by disappearing into the ground and reappearing in front of Goku to stop him from advancing. This shows their care for Zeno, and also that they have magical powers, such as reality manipulation. But in this scene, it is also implied to us that these guards are at least more powerful than Goku at that moment in the story. Since even watching the fight between Goku and Hit, they didn't feel threatened by Goku's power using Kaioken and Super Saiyan Blue.
Hey, I just want to talk. Please, just a quick little chat.
Which also means that these guards are above most of the most powerful mortal warriors, but are they above gods and angels? Well, there are clues about that, and I'll tell you right away. But before we compare the guards with the angels and the gods, it's good to remember that in Dragon Ball, the fighting power is the sum of all the attributes of a character, like speed, strength, destructive power, stamina, and all that. A lot of people boil down the concept of fighting power to the numbers that appear on those trackers that the Frieza army had. But fighting power isn't exactly a number, it's a representation of the character's maximum capacity. Trackers only calculated the fighting power and turned it into numbers. We can say that fighting power is measured by ki, which is the result of the character's total strength. The higher a character's ki is, the stronger he is, and that's a rule in Dragon Ball. According to Vegeta in the Namek Saga, a warrior's strength and speed are related to his fighting power. That is, the more fighting power, the more speed as well.
Really? So that was it then. I have to say, even for you, that was a pretty dismal move.
No, it can't be.
If there was brain one in that head of yours, you'd have realized my speed is increased as well.
So knowing that the speed of a being is together with the fighting power, we can say who is more powerful, an angel or a guard? To do this, we just need to set a distance for an angel and a guard to travel, and whoever arrives in the shortest time wins the competition of who is more powerful. But how are we going to do this? Well, according to Zeno's words, he watched the tournament from the 6th and 7th universe, and he probably watched from the first fight to the last. He only went there to scold Champa and Beerus because he heard that some gods were having an event without his permission. An interesting detail in this speech is that he found out about the tournament, and if he did that, it was through other people who weren't the ones who were there, right? But who?
Like I said, I was coming here to warn you. But then I was watching, and it was so fun.
Other people who knew about this tournament were the Supreme Kais. They were not called, but they knew and attended the place.
Yo! 君とさん久しぶり。お前たちが試合に出ると聞いてやってきたのだ。
With that, we can conclude that there was something that was showing everyone the event. Everything indicates that this source would be that strange internet that the gods have. I think that because the fights of this tournament were posted on the internet, even Gowasu was watching the fight between Goku and Hit.
た紙チューブをご覧になっているのですか？
神チューバーになろうと思ってんな。
We can be sure that this event was published on the internet before it started because the Kaioshins appeared before the participants took the written test. Kaioshins have Kai teleportation better than Goku's instant transmission. And knowing that the Supreme Kais are very gossips, they probably went to the tournament venue as soon as they heard the news. So we can theorize that the news was published just before the gods of creation arrived. Notice that when Goku and his friends arrived on the nameless planet, they weren't accompanied by any Kaioshin, nor was Champa's team. The Kaioshins only appeared at the moment when Goku and his friends would start the written test, so it could only have been at that moment that the event was published. This happened 10 minutes before the fight between Botamo and Goku, who know that this was the time because this was the time limit to finish the written test.
You have 10 minutes to complete the tests.
Zeno may have seen this news on the internet and left his palace with his guards at the exact moment that the Supreme Kais did the teleportation. That's because Zeno is an idler who, when he discovers some entertainment, wants to go see it immediately. But unlike the gods of creation, the guards' locomotion isn't instantaneous, which means they took a while to arrive. There is nothing that proves that Zeno didn't watch all the fights, but there is also no proof that he watched all the fights. It could be both options. However, it's very possible that Zeno arrived on the nameless planet at the exact moment when a fight between two participants was taking place, because if that wasn't the case, if no one was fighting to give him some entertainment and make him stop the watch, he would definitely have stopped the event and maybe even wiped out everyone who was there. So I guess we can conclude that Zeno went there after seeing the event on the internet to scold Champa and Beerus, but when he arrived he saw a fight happening and thought it was interesting, so he wanted to watch everything that was happening. If we take into account the first option, that we saw all the fights, it is possible that he arrived in the middle of Botamo and Goku's fight, a little more than 10 minutes after the news published on the internet. In this assumption, the guards left Zeno's palace and went to the nameless planet in exactly 10 minutes. But this is not the only possibility. It is possible that Zeno arrived in the last fight between Goku and Hit. In this scenario, it would be 10 minutes of the written test plus the duration of all other fights. Unfortunately, we don't know how long all the fights of the tournament lasted, but we do know that the Tournament of Power lasted 48 minutes. And the Tournament of Power was based on the tournament between universes 6 and 7, so Daishinken could have thought about that time because the duration of the previous tournament. If that's the case, the tournament between universe 6 and 7 could have taken place in approximately an hour. I know I've said a lot of random stuff now, but with all this information we can know the minimum speed and maximum speed of these guards, and you're going to be completely blown away, believe me. To know who has more power between a guard or an angel, we just need to find out who's the fastest, and we are going to find out now. We know that the guards went from Zeno's palace to the nameless planet in a maximum of 1 hour, and according to a quote from Whis, we know that an angel would take 48 hours to make that same journey.
Don't be stupid. When Grand Zeno calls for you, you don't check your damn calendar, you just go.
Well, where does he live? How long does the trip take?
Even for me, it takes 2 days each way.
2 days? That's crazy!
But we need to consider that the nameless planet is not in the same place as the planet of Beerus. According to the information Whis gave us in the anime, from Beerus' planet to Earth in 26 minutes, and to go to the nameless planet in 3 hours. The distance from Beerus' planet to the nameless planet is minus 2.5 hours.
The first leg of our flight will be to Lord Beerus' world. We'll meet up with my lord and Monaka and continue to the site. Travel time will be approximately 3 hours.
With that, we can conclude that Whis from Nameless Planet to Zeno's Palace would take approximately 45 hours. With all of this, the result we have is that the guards are at least 45 times faster than Whis, and if speed is the same as fighting power, the guards are approximately 45 times stronger than Whis. I told you that the power of these guys is absurd, didn't I? But now I want to hear from you. Did you imagine that the guards are so strong? Leave your opinions in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to become 150,000 subscribers. Until the next time, bye bye!